Pay attention. Creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy Square. The Playable Characters Podcast. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Playable
Characters. Cast.
Period. This is my name is Brian McGinnis. Over here to my right is my buddy, my pal.
Calvin Escato.
Yeah.
We did it.
Somebody mentioned that you sound like a Spanish last name. Calvin Escato.
Oh, yeah. That's
When
right.
you say it like that.
Aaron, who was on last week, said
Yes.
that.
I've heard it before too, but it's Calvin letter S.
Calvin S.
Because your middle name is
Seneschal.
Seneschal. I'll never remember that.
I know.
I knew it, but I'll never remember it.
It's Haitian, actually.
It's made up. It's not a real word. Come on.
Yes, it is.
Don't be crazy.
I'm trying to remember. Shit, I used to know what it meant. It's like
You don't even know what it means?
No, I used to. It's like derived from like soldier. It's like derived from French soldier. I mean, it's clearly a slave name because black. But like, you know,
Brian means strong and handsome. It does, I think, in Irish. It does. So there you go.
Does it really?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna look that up.
Look it up, folks. Friends, tweet us what your name means.
Yes. Speaking of looking up, please, huge shout out to More Banana
More
Productions.
Banana.
Thank
Check
you
them
guys
out.
so much. They
Instagram.
have wonderful podcasts that they host,
Oh.
including There Will Be Porn, which what they do is they will narrate porn or commentate on porn
Oh, Calvin.
from the top 100 AVN movies.
Calvin's terrible at improv.
I'm great at improv. How dare you? But yeah, so shout out to them. Thank you so much.
And shout out to all you folks for listening.
Yes.
90 straight weeks.
90 straight.
No one's ever done that in podcast history.
No, never. Not at all. No.
Most of them died after the first 3,
Yes.
and here we are, 90 weeks later.
We're like tadpoles that have grown into frogs.
Oh, that's cute.
I know. I like it.
I had tadpoles as a kid.
Did you really?
Like in 3rd grade, you had to like raise like a tadpole.
Whoa, they trusted you with that? We
Yeah.
got plants and half of them died.
We had hermit crabs, and then we got tadpoles.
You went to suburban high school.
Oh, I go to the suburban stuff.
Well, it's true. We had plants and
yeah, I
then
had normal stuff. Okay, I didn't grow up in Brooklyn. All right. Anyway.
Listen, we needed animals that could survive smog. Okay, what do you want?
That's right.
Or
Hermit
by
crab.
animals, I mean not animals. So we had plants.
So anyway, hey, this guest
Speaking of
huge
yes, very
because they're from one of the biggest, most anticipated but
yeah,
most hated games right now. I
Yes.
think we had the mysterious stranger from Fallout a
Yes.
couple months ago. He was
Mhm.
great. This is from that world. The Fallout 2 from Fallout 76.
yes,
We have one of the people that live in like Fallout 76.
yes, we
world,
have
so
one of the Scorched.
I'm not sure of her name. Maybe she'll tell us her name when
Yes.
we
Oh,
interrupt.
hi.
Hi,
It's
how are you?
Sherilyn Whittier.
Hey,
Oh, hi,
Sherilyn.
Sherilyn.
Yes.
Thank you for
How's it going?
this is great. Thank you for coming, by the way.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I know usually you're stuck in your commune there, but this is
Yeah.
good.
mhm.
Thank you for coming on our show.
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Come
yes.
all the
No
way from the
problem.
Appalachians.
I did. Yeah.
Appalachian.
I came up off the trail, actually. You know, trail comes right up here to near Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Sure does.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Been around for hundreds of years, and that's how we get everywhere.
Just on a trail.
Yep. On us, us Appalachians.
Okay.
Us hillbillies, as
Right,
you might
yeah.
call. Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
know
we
GP
don't use that word here. Sorry.
I do.
Oh, so,
no.
well.
I do.
Okay.
But of
well,
course he does.
See, I mean, that's great because you don't need no GPS. You just got your trail.
you just follow the trail.
Just follow that trail, man.
Mhm.
People
Just-
hike that from like South Carolina up to Maine, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It starts in
insane.
Georgia.
Is it Georgia?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't even start that far down. Damn.
Mhm.
Calvin, you don't know anything.
It's fine. It's,
Yeah.
the education in this country. I mean, we definitely have suffered from it.
Yeah. Tell us about. I mean, obviously, so
Yeah, which is worse, the education or the nuclear radiation?
Oh, interesting question. Well, I myself am a proponent of an education, and
Sure.
I have to say that after the Great War,
Mhm.
in which all the nuclear bombs fell down, education really was a back burner. But my family, we focused on it. So I went to West Virginia University, which is in Morgantown,
Okay.
West Virginia, or what was Morgantown,
Right.
West Virginia.
Sure.
We have a joke. It used to be West Virginia Mountaineers, but now it's the West Virginia Dead Family Members.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I still
Good joke.
managed to graduate and survive.
Wow.
So, but I would say now education really is more of a individualized. You know, you get your own education by just trying to not die.
I was gonna say, I feel like education now is like so much more survival based. You know, it's kind of like don't eat that food.
Yeah.
Don't
drink that water.
Run
Don't
away
play-
from something that's covered in, radiation.
Yeah.
Ready for
Those
those
giant bugs, whatever.
dog bears.
Yeah, bugs
Yeah.
they got real big, didn't
That's
they?
crazy. I'm not a bug guy. I would not last in your world. Like I would hate it. To be
Yeah,
honest.
because we got big bugs,
Giant bugs.
big old rats too.
Everything else I
Yeah.
think I'd be okay with.
Yeah.
I just would not want a
You'd be
giant.
okay with everything else?
Not everything else, but I wouldn't want a 3-foot bug chasing me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
here's the thing,
I'd
though.
lose my mind.
You'd think, from what I remember of little bugs, they were real sneaky.
Yeah,
You know.
sure.
So you'd be, sitting on your porch having a nice sun tea,
Sweet tea.
and
sure.
and you look down, there'd be a bug in your tea.
Oh.
Oh.
But now, because there's so much silence because of the death and destruction, and the bugs are so big,
Right, they make a noise.
you can hear them coming from
Clip,
all
clop,
the way
clip,
down
clop,
the
clip,
street.
clop.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
yeah.
God, it makes me miss the old days of just cicadas,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that would be nice to hear sound from a bug that was soothing and not your imminent death.
Yeah.
But
And what are they called? Mole rats? Those,
the mole rats,
Ooh,
they're a little more quiet,
they
actually.
are, but they're still gross.
Yeah, well, the mole rats and I share a very similar complexion, so I
wasn't gonna say it. but-
yeah. So I
Okay.
like to think there's beauty in the world, and
Sure.
the
All
mole
right.
rats, while they have a terrible disposition, I don't, their looks are something to be appreciated by certain people.
All right.
I like that.
I've
That's
changed
a
my
very
mind.
nice and inclusive thing because I feel like, especially in your world, there's everyone who's like within the Vault 76, and then you
Oh,
didn't get to get in the
I
vault.
did
which-
not.
How was that decided?
Yeah.
Well, what was described to us, the locals, essentially was we were a big part of building the vault.
Mhm.
Mining industry was dead. We had to do something.
Yeah. No
Um,
more coal jobs. They're not coming back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was
Clean
a bit
coal.
of clean coal.
Right, it's coming.
Well, there's the talk about nuclear energy being clean, but everything I touch is dirty.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we helped build the vault, but what we were told is that, some specific individuals who would help rebuild the earth after nuclear waste would be put in the vault. So we just felt like, we hadn't done enough to deserve the vault.
But you probably thought you were grandfathered in. Like, I'm building this. They're gonna let me in no matter what. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're like, nope,
Well,
they close it. Or,
no, I mean, there was, I'm sure, a series of tests, like NASA astronauts. I don't,
okay.
and we just didn't pass it, and that's what we were told. And we're a humble people,
Mm.
so usually when we're told that, we just weren't able to succeed to that part, we accept it. Although the hooligans I see running out of that place and the things that they're talking about, I just feel like you're right. Maybe you could have filled it with West Virginians.
Let's talk about that. Like, what's a typical day for you? Like, are you scavenging a lot? Are you building? Are you just trying to find supplies? What's going on there?
Well, yeah. So it's interesting. I did a fair amount of scavenging and kind of setting up my beautiful farmhouse home with a
nice.
wraparound porch
Oh,
that
wow.
I inherited from my grandpappy.
That's good.
So I'm pretty set up for the most part. The food is an issue, but isn't
Yeah.
it for everyone?
I guess.
I
yeah.
mean,
Me too.
like a skinny Calvin.
Right.
yeah,
seriously.
I understand. I mean, you look like you could be one of us. We just got to burn all your skin off. Really, it's just
I
the
really
next
am. I
step.
know. I'm just one mountain goat album away from being you, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but from what I understand, the kind of diet that we're on is desired in other parts of the world. So,
yeah.
I like to be grateful for the many
Sure.
things. But back to what I was saying.
She's very positive. I like it.
Well, you've got to be when you live in a nuclear wasteland. So
I feel like I'd be pissed off, man.
I
don't
know.
know.
I'd be just so pissed because the environment and again the beautiful hiking trails now are just so
I know.
irradiated.
yeah,
I
everything is just a beautiful shade of brown.
How do you keep your head up? I don't know. There's no more
also, how do
no
you
more
find things on-
Netflix. I'd be so mad. Like, what am I gonna do tonight?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, after all of your family members die and pretty much everyone in your graduating class and their corpses are just littered around the town that you grew up in,
Yeah.
you figure I could either go the way of everyone else or I could figure out how to make this brown, dirty landscape into my own paradise.
You know what? I love it.
So
She's
positive.
really teaching me how to, Keep your head up, as Tupac said.
Yeah.
back in the day.
You remember Tupac? He was a thing.
I
back in the
remember
day.
Tupac. Yeah.
In the before time.
In the before time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now everything's a little too hot. I don't know. Sorry. It's my hillbilly humor. But
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, we were talking before about the people who come out of the vault because I feel like
typical day.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of just words that are being exchanged.
Oh, people are yelling nasty things at
Yeah.
each other. And that bothers me certainly because it's ruining my peace that would otherwise only be disturbed by mole rats and bugs.
Right.
Mhm.
But more so the issue is that they just keep taking all my shit.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Also all my neighbor's shit. Which I didn't feel like I was entitled to. And then here along come all these strangers out of the vault taking it.
Oh, so the neighbors are gone, but their stuff is still there.
Oh yeah, pretty much everyone's dead
Okay.
except for me and Charlotte.
Who's Charlotte?
Oh.
Charlotte's my little sister.
Oh, that's
Oh.
nice. At least
Yeah.
you got her.
Yeah, well, she doesn't talk no more because she's kind of missing half her face.
Oh,
But we
well.
got a kind of a.
You sure it's her?
It's a good point. I think so.
Okay, good.
She lives with me, so at this point it could be anybody. I'll just call her Charlotte.
Charlotte.
She
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
respond.
Right, she
so
didn't correct you.
She seems happy with me, and so
Yeah, that's what matters.
But anyway, yeah. They're just coming around taking all the neighbor stuff, pretty much. So there's a lot of trying to keep them from doing that,
Yeah.
which they don't like.
Yeah.
Other thing, it's always crazy. Like, have you tried locking the doors? Because I feel like sometimes if someone wants to get in, they just get in. Especially as a
Well,
player,
all the windows
you know?
are gone too, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So locking
I
the
guess
door is not
so.
going to do
No,
much.
it's that. It's like picking your priorities.
And sometimes
You
the door's
know.
not even there either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Which I must get drafty then if you're just living in a house with no
It's all
doors.
hot.
It's very hot. You know, the climate change happened.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
real hot.
Literally overnight.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say we need a heater of any kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact,
Does-
sometimes I'm my own heater. You
Oh,
know, the
you-
radiation itself.
Oh, that's cool. You just admit heat. Oh,
Yeah, I do.
that's nice.
Yeah. And Charlotte as well. Sometimes we snuggle up.
Yeah.
Not too much. It can get sticky and then takes
Oh.
a while to get apart.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
So it's fine.
Who's that robot in Fallout 4 that followed you around the whole?
Oh, those
Do you-
responders.
Yeah. Do you still have those where you are?
They were real helpful at first. Now they just kind of wander around like idiots. You know, it's just kind of a lot of wandering around like idiots in my
Really?
town or death.
Or death, right? Yeah.
Those are the options.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. So when players die, are you able to pick up their weapons and just use them to defend your own home, or?
Yeah, occasionally. Unfortunately, where I live, I think maybe the only weapon options are machetes. I have just an arsenal of machetes.
Do you?
I have a whole closet full of. You open it up and it's like a little, clank, clank, clank. They all falling out.
Did you get that right away? Did you find a bunch of machetes or
No, well, it every time one of these vault hooligans died, there was a machete next to their body, and I
Okay.
thought to myself, maybe I'll need this.
This could come in useful.
Maybe I could build a motorcycle out of it someday.
What-
Get myself out of here.
What were you doing before your first machete? Were you just walking around machete-less?
Well, before they all started coming out of the vault, I didn't really have a need to kill everyone around me because everyone around me, again,
Right.
already did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the machetes only became an integral item after the vault
Gotcha.
opened up.
But not for the mole rats or anything. You were just kicking them.
Yeah, just kicking and punch. It's pretty effective. They're normally a 2-punch kill.
It's not bad.
So,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Wow, I'm glad to know that things are so much more fragile in the future.
Yeah, well, if you're a mole rat, sure.
Yeah.
If you're the responders, you can't. I mean, they don't fat you, but they're much harder to kill.
Yeah,
You can punch them all day. They just look at you.
Have you done it to practice? Do you train on a responder?
Oh, yeah, you got to keep these fist callous.
Yeah.
You never know what's going
Right.
to come along.
Mole rat bites you. You don't want to feel it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Calvin, could you survive in this post-apocalyptic nightmare?
I mean, I think if I fell in with a warlord, probably, yeah.
A warlord, really?
Yeah, sometimes you're warlords or leaders of camps and stuff. I could be number one wife. That's kind of my.
We have a
Cool.
couple organizations.
Oh, great,
Mhm.
cool.
There's the Free States.
Oh, okay.
And they just basically believe that all of this destruction was the fault of the government, which, I mean, it was. They have a point.
Most likely.
Yeah.
We still don't know how JFK died. So
No,
yeah, I get it.
of course. I mean, that's the last thing I'm concerned about. But then there's the Brotherhood of Steel. They're convinced that technology is, a problem and taking away our jobs. And I feel like I've heard that argument before, and it did not work out for us.
Yeah.
So, and then there's just kind of like hooligan bands you can join.
Okay.
And get together and kind of achieve things.
Right.
Which sounds nice.
Yeah.
But it's always like stealing and looting. And
It is a lot of stealing and looting.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they do build their own house.
Okay, that's
So
good.
we do have a sense of kind of I don't want to call it gentrification, but the neighborhood does seem to be getting nicer because all these vault people are moving in and
Right.
building, building camps. It's silly. We have houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just use the house, but they're building their own thing. And I don't understand it, but I also welcome them into my neighborhood.
I want to go
Well,
back.
until they're trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it is a post-apocalyptic world. You have to deal with these sorts of
Yeah.
things.
I want to go back to you saying you would be a first bitch or first wife to someone.
First wife.
That's what- that
number
was-
one wife.
That was your
Number
first. That was
one
your
wife.
go-to. You said that's how you would survive. I love
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
Not scavenge and learn a trade. Nope.
I'm lazy and like
Be
I'm
first wife to a-
tired.
There
Warlord.
is an
I love it.
economy for that in every type of situation.
It really is,
Calvin
yeah.
found it.
I
Yeah.
mean, hey, look, I've seen enough and read enough apocalyptic stuff to know you got to be number one wife.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta be able to
I-
give it up.
I feel like if
Oh.
I had a better complexion, maybe that would be something that I could go into. But
Maybe
But
fifth
I actually
wife
wonder
or
though,
something.
because since everyone's
True.
fortunate, is there still like discrimination really in that society?
well, no, yes and no. It's really more of a discrimination of limbs. Like I'm lucky, I'm a 4-limbed,
Mhm.
So, and I don't want to like shake around my privilege to everybody, so I try to be as accommodating as possible. But there are the 1-limbs,
Oh yeah.
and they often get, they just really people just walk by them.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
One limbs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh goodness,
And
That's,
that happens.
that seems so rude. No one like carries them. Oh my god, could they name themselves Carrie? That'd be so cute.
Well, normally they have names first, number one. And then also it's more of it's survival. Dog eat dog. In fact, sometimes the dogs eat them.
In fact, I think once they lose their limbs, they kind of lose their sense of humor. Calvin to name themselves Carrie.
Oh, that's not true.
I think it might for most of them. They might be a little down in their luck.
I'd like to think some of them still have a sense of humor.
They're a little down on their stump. I think if they lost all their limbs. Come on, Calvin.
I mean, this is no laughing matter. I'm sure. I'm sorry.
I mean, not for them.
Yeah.
But oh goodness, geez,
Mhm.
it's just such a bleak landscape. I mean, I also wonder like how is it seeing things? 'Cause I feel like if everything's the same shade of brown, like how do you pick stuff out? Like if you drop like say like oh no my pen fell, like is it just gone?
Is she writing stuff?
I
With her
mean,
pen?
I'm sure you
I
would like.
can read and write.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I know it's surprising Appalachia, but I
That's
can
good.
and did. It's more of like you ever wake up in the middle of the night,
Mhm.
and you know your room real well.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you start to head towards the bathroom and then you forget that you put a table right there in front of the way of the bathroom and you kind of trip over it. But then you think to yourself, well, now I know that table's there.
Yeah.
That's how I get around all day.
Oh.
I just discover new things to trip over and bump into. And every once in a while, if I'm real lucky and I'm scavenging through a thing, something that looks like a rock could be, I don't know, a can of tomato soup or
Yeah.
a bomb or because it all kinds of looks the same actually.
Yeah.
So
Are there a lot of cans of soup laying around? Is that kind of the main, your main way to eat?
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
anything
Lots
that
of
was previously sealed, oh, gold mine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good to know.
Yeah. If it's opened, you eat it anyway. You don't have much of a choice.
I don't eat
Yeah.
many things from cans. I feel like it would suck if this happened. We'd all have to eat out of cans. I like fresh food.
I mean, I
Yeah.
like food.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, fresh food is like you probably forgot already. It's like just like fresh. It's like either newly killed or newly grown.
And there's
Oh.
no like
Food.
like
cook it,
radiation in it.
you
Like
cook it.
no gamma rays or
Yeah.
X-rays.
You know,
it's like a
Just some GMOs.
So your
Yeah.
food isn't already cooked by radiation
no.
when you
no.
get to it.
No.
We did have
That's
microwaves.
kind of inconvenient.
I know,
I
kind
would
of
think.
weird. We
Well-
did have microwaves that would cook by radiation, but it was also like a safer
Oh,
kind of
I
radiation.
see.
It was
Yeah.
controlled, not
I
like
see.
controlled radiation.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
see.
Basically
Yeah.
what it is.
What a thought.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
We'll get you some.
Controlled radiation. I'm full up on radiation. Thank you. I
Do we have
appreciate
a spare
it.
microwave laying around?
But
Maybe we can give her one.
No, let's not. Let's give you a toaster oven. So
Oh,
that's
there
a
you
different.
go.
Yeah,
We don't have electricity, so
Oh, right.
but I appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll give her some kindling, maybe.
You guys are very giving. Thank
We're
you.
trying to help. Yeah.
Sorry, we just wanted to try because
It's fine.
bring stuff from the past forward.
You know what we do have that maybe y'all don't have? We have excellent radio stations.
I've always wondered about that.
Ours
How
are
the
kinda
radio still
trash.
works, even
Yeah.
though because I don't know exactly how radiation works, but I assume that would fuck up like the airwaves, right?
Well, I graduated from West Virginia University with a liberal arts degree, so I can't
Yeah.
tell you what the physics are. My mama said it was a bad idea, and it was. But then when the world fell apart, she died. So, 'cause-
People still like doing the radio even after all this. I love it.
I know.
yeah, and they play some true classics,
Such as?
Take Me Home Country Road, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Mountain Hollow. It's beautiful. There's one station that just plays that on repeat. And
Really?
it is great.
People just put it on and just relax. They
Yeah.
feel at home. Take me back to the old days.
Yeah.
You know?
I was in the
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto stations where it's just like, oh, this song again, great, all right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like six,
Don't want to
six
fall in
different
love,
songs.
great, love Jane.
It's
Yeah.
good to have a soundtrack to your destruction.
Yeah,
It is.
Mhm.
You need something to listen to when you're building your hut or your
Mhm.
what's it called?
Camp.
Your camp.
Campsite.
You know? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yurt.
Yurt. Yeah,
Yurt.
yurts.
Do we have them? No, but I know what they are.
So I want to talk about how I feel like there's a lot of chronic like teabagging going on in the community.
Mm.
What's up with that and why?
Well, I only recently learned what teabagging was because
Mm,
before the vault opened, teabagging for me was again just making some nice sun tea
sure.
and sitting on my porch and enjoying it
Yep.
with the corpses of my neighbors.
Yeah.
Did you just hold the cup in your hand and it would like kind of boil, or did you have to like use some fire?
After you get a can
Yeah.
that's partially open and you eat the insides, then you get some poison water. And then there's leaves everywhere. Everything's brown.
Right.
And you just put it in the can and then you set it out on your porch railing.
Mm,
The sun is real bright.
right.
Things get so hot.
Oh,
So really only takes about an hour or so. And then you got yourself some tea.
that's awesome.
Oh wow.
Love it.
Mhm.
Also, an hour's a while to wait for tea.
Sun tea,
Well, you plan ahead, Calvin.
Yeah, you
Some
gotta-
most people do that. You don't, but people plan ahead.
traditionally, sun tea, back when the sun wasn't a giant globular fire in the sky, you would take all day to make sun.
Oh really? Well,
Oh, yeah.
okay. I did not know
Oh,
that. I've never
yeah.
had sun tea like the normal way or the irradiated way. So
I imagine in your world, this is something you maybe Google it. It is delicious.
Okay.
I
It's a-
highly suggest it
Yeah,
from my memory that I in the past.
It comes in the pouch with the straw, Capri Sun.
wait,
That's what it is.
oh, is that really how sun tea works?
No.
Oh.
Yeah,
No
What's
anymore,
a,
Brian.
what's a straw? They banned those so long ago. I've never even seen one.
Just helps you drink stuff easier.
It's just like a
Oh.
little like skinny cylinder, and it works via like pressure. you know?
Wow.
Do you still have lung pressure?
Limited. It's limited. Sometimes I got to pound on my chest real hard to get my heart started.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Morning tasks.
Seems what a life she's.
You get up,
she's
pound, start
living.
your heart, put out some tea, and just
Yeah, say good morning to Charlotte.
Yeah. What is she? And she just kind of nods.
Sometimes I got to knock her open too,
Oh.
give her a little pound so her heart starts.
oh goodness. So is Charlotte she able to wield a mean machete, or is she more defenseless?
Charlotte has her own sickle.
Oh, okay.
Is she four limbed?
She is 3-limbed.
Okay.
Yes.
Which three?
But the top two and the bottom one.
Good.
Very capable,
Yeah.
very strong. She helps me with a lot of the scavenging. The sickle, phenomenal weapon and scavenging tool. We would share it, but it is fused to her hand.
Oh.
Okay.
This is one of those things that
Kind of-
happens around here.
Kind of like Kratos.
Oh
In a
yeah,
way.
sort of. Yeah, because
With
the
the
blades
blades
are
of
just like
chaos.
tied in,
yeah.
Yeah, you know Kratos?
Does
Yeah.
that make-
I could start calling Charlotte Kratos. I don't think she'd notice.
Just give it a go. See what happens.
Not to
sure.
be rude or pry, but then how does she use the bathroom?
Very carefully.
Outside.
Yeah, they just go.
We don't go inside. We're not monsters. I mean, we don't have indoor plumbing. So,
Yeah.
again, everything outside brown.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, true. So you don't even notice.
Well,
But
fine.
then that's even scarier. Then what if you bomb or
you got boots. I hope.
again, water poisoned.
Oh yeah, so
What's the worst that could happen?
Get a little
I'd
mess.
rather have some human excrement in my water than radiation.
That's true.
You know, that's
I
true.
feel-
And we have that anyway here in New York.
I was gonna say I
Yeah.
definitely stepped on human poop before.
Yeah, we have plenty of excrement in our water.
There's
too.
mole rat poop around.
Mhm.
Those roaches are very big, and guess what? Their poop very big.
They actually shit
yeah.
like humans.
Yeah.
Wow. I would not have guessed that. That's gross.
Yeah, it's not edible. We tried that.
You gotta
Nope.
try it at least
You
once.
got to try everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you never
I can see
know.
that.
Oh goodness.
hmm
I never thought about eating road trip. Like, what is it? Is it like more like oaky or like?
It's more flaky.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of crumbles on your plate a
Oh.
It's
lot.
got like an
Sounds like-
exoskeleton to it.
Uh-huh.
Baklava. Mm.
Yeah. Oh.
Spenica pita from last week.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So have you ever had like before time food? Because I know you said that in general you're not used to like food that hasn't been like glowing and stuff. But
Right. Well, even the before time food, like there was a shortage, so we were
Mm.
eating
Yeah.
you know,
Twigs and berries.
basically, yeah. It was a lot of what was in the pantry, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Farming was something that we just stopped doing a long time ago because mining was a thing.
Oh yeah.
So we lost that skill set.
You just lost it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I guess no more animals left to farm, right?
Right, except
normal
for
ones.
no normal ones.
No
right.
cows, no chickens.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Just all
None?
No.
Multi-limbers or no limbers.
Right.
Mm.
Of animals as well.
Yeah.
If I-
Wolves are pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, the wolves get kind of crazy though, aren't they? Like hard to hunt.
I mean, I have a wolf of my own.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, little
Like Jon Snow
Stevie. He's my kind of like Jon Snow.
from Game of Thrones. He's got a wolf. Don't
I
they
don't
all have
think-
wolves?
I don't think she knows Game of Thrones.
It's a show.
It's fine. I'm just saying yes because I understand that I'm not going to get a lot of cultural references,
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
which is fine. But yeah, I have a he just hangs out in my yard. He's real cute.
I would
Aw.
love that wolf.
Yeah.
Has any of the wild people tried to attack him?
He tries to attack them.
Okay.
I mean, truly.
Is he cool
He's-
with Charlotte? Is that how Charlotte lost one of her limbs?
To Stevie?
Yeah, no, right?
No,
Okay, she already-
no. That's
Good.
something that just happened when the bomb fell.
Right.
Like most things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bomb falls and you.
Calvin, if you had to have just 3 limbs, which 3?
Oh, good. Well, I would definitely need 2 legs and 1 arm.
Me too, I think.
Yeah, because I feel like
Mhm.
with 1 leg, I mean, that's a lot of hopping around. That's a lot
Yeah.
of
The
thigh
crutch,
strength.
your armpit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's too much.
Mhm.
I think 2 legs is the way to go.
Yeah,
And Charlotte's got 1 leg.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
Listen,
again,
she don't mind.
She's happy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
are there people with more than 4 limbs?
Yes,
Right.
there are.
After this, yeah, they may have
Yeah.
3 arms.
There are.
Just rubbing it in.
Yeah,
Look how many arms I have.
they truly are.
Just
They're,
like juggling and shit.
they're honestly,
Like
and,
Goro.
and they're the ones that are least inclined to do any work 'cause they feel like they're extra special.
Oh, that's
Really?
so rude.
Yeah, it's very.
Those
mhm.
privileged limbers.
There we go. Use
Yeah.
your words.
Yep.
Sorry.
You think I'll think to yourself, I grew a tiny thumb off my ear, and now I'm one of the special ones.
I can't say that would be helpful though, a tiny thumb.
Well, that was what I
Well,
would
for,
say. But
Yeah.
you know,
Hitchhiking. Oh, I guess there are no cars left. I forgot.
yeah,
There's plenty of them there. They're just scattered around.
right,
Right.
right.
People live in the cars, like in the trunks, maybe. Like,
They might.
yeah,
I don't go around opening trunks.
you don't. I
No.
think that'd be a good place to scavenge.
I had a bad experience opening a trunk. Big old
What
roach
happened?
came out and got me for a minute. That was
Always.
right in the beginning. So now I don't open the trunks anymore.
I would think that would be a good place to look for some supplies.
you would think. Here's the thing. I'm really just stationary. I think.
Good. You're
I
good with
think-
what you got.
Yeah, I got my setup. I'm good. I got Stevie. I got Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't have too many needs.
What-
Mhm.
I feel like some of these people coming out of the vaults
Mm.
who are popping open trunks and
Right.
going through warehouses and digging in the ground, I feel like, they don't appreciate what they have. I
Mhm.
mean, I imagine inside that vault, it's beautiful. Why don't they just stay there and hang out?
Yeah.
I think you're super unique in the way you look at things. I think it's amazing. Most people probably wouldn't look at the way you do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Most
true.
Mm.
And I do like it. I always do find it's interesting because I feel like you and like I feel like other neighbors and other scorched like kind of like have their own like set paths where they're like I just have my property. I don't venture too far from it.
Yeah.
Was it like that before? Like were you all just kind of like pretty individualistic or?
No, I mean we had like a community. We
Mhm.
were all very home oriented. We would have potlucks. Just regular old community stuff.
Yeah.
hmm
Have a little party, have people over, a little bonfire.
West Virginia is very nice.
bet
People
it
act
is.
like they don't want to go there. I mean, probably they shouldn't go now that it's a nuclear wasteland, but before it was lovely.
One of our super fans, Mike Hawes, is from West Virginia.
Yes, it's true.
Isn't he?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
well,
yes.
I think he survived the blast.
I hope so.
Yes.
I
Mike,
hope
let us
so.
know if you're okay.
If so, come find me. I'm near the Alpine River in a house that is half torn down.
Look for the brown, the one that's the most brown.
Yeah, look for the one that's the most brown and has a barking dog outside.
Okay, all the
that's
time?
very covered and scorched.
All the time the dog's barking?
Yeah.
Just nonstop.
I hope it's not. Is it like from pain or just excitement?
He doesn't speak, Calvin. I don't know.
Who knows what he wants, man? Him and Stevie get along?
Stevie is the barking dog.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so the wolf barks all the time. Interesting.
Yeah.
Look at that. What a world.
I mean, if it were the apocalypse, I'd be barking a lot too.
Would
know.
you?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like it just got a lot on my mind.
Would
Like
you be bottom bitch, though? You'd be barking?
Bottom Bitch is actually the best one.
I know. That's why I said that.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did know. So
I
you
get
watch
it.
you watch HBO.
I'm about that pimp life. I heard it's not easy. Hey, yo. We got to go soon, but anything else you want to tell our fans?
What's in your future? Like, do
Yeah.
you want to write? See, liberal arts degree, right? Do you want to write a book or well,
there's no paper, probably. So I don't know.
Yeah, the paper burned up real quick.
She's got a pen, but
I'd like to think that in my future, I probably would like to get out of West Virginia.
Mm.
So I'm kind of just working out how that'll happen. I think I'll stay there right now. But I would like to maybe take the trail up and just see where I end up.
Yeah.
Maybe I can find somewhere where this fresh food you're talking about exists.
Oh, you can go to Las Vegas. I mean, I heard Fallout Las Vegas is supposed to be really nice.
Oh, well, and it might be a similar environment for me. It'd be a better transition.
yeah.
Something I'm
versus-
more accustomed to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a little brighter,
Mhm.
And all the neon's gone, but it's less brown.
And ideally, I'd like to find another scorched individual to possibly live my life with.
Oh, that'd be
Oh, I
nice.
forgot to ask about that
know?
actually. How is dating in
Non-existent.
Mm.
I mean,
Is that what
unless
Charlotte? Maybe Charlotte wants that. No, that's your sister.
yeah, she's my
You-
younger
yeah,
sister.
Brian,
I
gross.
think.
So hold on. Maybe I thought maybe she wasn't
she's,
sure.
She's a young
just
girl.
because there's a
She's
nuclear
young.
holocaust doesn't mean we just throw out incest.
But
No, I
since
wasn't
you
saying-
brought that up, I
See, here
didn't
we
think
go.
about. I am concerned that when you're young, you want to date around, you want to test the field before you settle down. And Charlotte does not have a lot of options,
Mm.
so maybe me and Charlotte will go together. On just looking for love.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can go on some double dates.
That would
Double
be
dates
fun.
through the wasteland. That'd be great.
That would be great.
There's some lovely caves.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Thank you.
No, of course.
I've-
Listen, I'm an expert at dating. Well,
Oh, are
somewhat, yes.
you? What is your
Just because you've
experience?
done a lot of dates doesn't mean you're good at it.
What is your experience dating people who don't have any of their skin?
Well,
Yep.
usually
There was
you
that
just
one
kinda,
guy.
well, there was. Well, he was missing some of the lower skin, but I feel like usually kind of look past that, and you
Oh, that's good.
you try to find more common ground where it's based on I know you have no skin, but you have a heart, and that's what matters.
You know what? To a certain extent, not having any skin is advantageous in that way
Mhm.
because you vetting out people who only care about what is skin deep.
You're really funny. You're a good character.
Thank you.
I wish there was OK Cupid in Fallout. That'd be great.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh my goodness.
hmm
Or
Well,
I don't know,
Tindering?
like
Is that still a thing? We ran out of Tinder for Fire a while ago, but I know that.
It's very
you
different
know.
for you, the Tinder.
Yeah,
You want to play a quick game with us?
of course.
let's play a game.
I love games.
There's probably not many games where you are. Right?
No, none
Yeah.
except for the ones I play with myself. Like, which brown thing is bad?
Yeah. Throw a stick at a stick. That's kind of all you got there. So we're going to play a game called Wet Bed Dead, everybody. Hey.
Woo!
So
Thanks.
Yeehaw.
was it Sherilyn?
Sherilyn
Sherilyn.
Whittier.
We're going to give you 3 video game characters. You can tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead.
All right.
Sound good? So
Mhm.
this first one of Calvin's favorites. Calvin's favorite game, I would think. From Street Fighter
Ooh.
2?
Yes.
Who do you think? From the original Street Fighter 2, Calvin.
Blanca.
Blanca.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, it is. It's Blanca.
Oh.
Whoa.
So tell me more about this Blanca.
Go
so
for
he is he lives in Brazil. He
Uh-huh.
used to be a white guy from Europe, but then for some reason Brazil turned him green.
Oh,
You know how that
already
is.
love
Yeah,
it.
exactly,
Already
you know.
right on brand with me.
Yeah, surprisingly
Okay.
not because of radiation, just Brazil.
Okay, all right.
He also, so he's kind of like a little wild man. He can generate
Oh.
electricity.
Okay.
So, if you like a little, shock in the bedroom.
I like the chest hair if we're just off first
Got
appearances.
a nice,
but,
big
you know.
orange chest hair.
Yeah, got a
Yeah.
nice little like triangle of chest hair. He's a
Okay.
very nice guy though. Don't be fooled by his monstrous appearance. He's very great. His real
Okay.
name is Jimmy. It's very
Jimmy.
nice. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's Blanca.
I like it. Does he have any like fighting abilities? Like if I wanted to, anything special?
Oh yeah, so like he says, he
Oh.
generates electricity, so he has that. He rolls into a ball and it's very violent.
Oh, so he could probably travel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can like roll into a ball together. He could just like take you like across the screen or like
Perfect.
across
I
Brazil.
mean, that is what I'm looking for. Some travel in my life.
I
Mhm.
hear you, girl. Trust
Mhm.
me. And he's worldly. He gets run by plane, flying around the world all the time fighting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You can
Okay.
go to Thailand.
Well, see, I'm already sold on this one. Is there more options?
There are. Now this is a weird one. This was on the list for some reason. And I don't know. I did a second one just in case because I don't know if we're
I'm
gonna
scared.
if we're gonna allow this. So Ellie from The Last of Us 2, where she's a bit older.
Okay, no, I mean,
Is
okay, she's of age though, right?
I guess so. At this point, she wasn't in the first one.
Uh-huh.
I think she was
No, she was definitely 13 in the first one, but
13.
yes,
I assume she's older now.
yeah. I
So-
mean, she has to be 18.
She-
I would appreciate an adult
Do you want to keep it?
wed bed
Yeah, let's
dead.
keep it.
You
She's
sure?
18. Yeah, she's 18.
She's had a rough life, man.
Yeah.
But
Haven't we all?
Cheryl
Oh.
may be, she lives in this
Yes.
post-apocalyptic
Having a
kind of.
rough life doesn't mean that you are traumatized to the point of not being a human being.
Oh no,
True.
she's killed many, and she's traumatized.
But she's doing not too bad. She made out with that girl.
That's right.
Oh, well,
So Ellie,
She's a lesbian.
yes, she's
Okay.
very wonderful. So her apocalypse was
She's a badass.
fungus zombies, basically.
fungus zombies.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
not radiation, but
Well,
fungus zombies.
Scorched, there's a whole thing about how we are a little bit of fungus with the Appalachian, but I don't have to get into that. That's
Yeah,
fine. Don't
yeah.
worry about it.
Okay, cool, but no.
But
problem.
there's a shared history there,
Okay,
so
cool.
that's neat.
So there's like some nice common ground.
Mm-hmm.
She's plucky. She's nice. She knows how to drive and shoot a gun.
Cool.
So
She's
you-
murderous,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
which
Mhm.
She can definitely survive. She's
Yes.
a survivor. That's for
all
sure.
right,
Like Destiny's Child survivor. Like
okay,
real. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, big time.
She not gonna give up. She not gonna stop. What?
She's a little dirty though. She's got just a flannel and some dirty.
Okay, but
I'm just saying. I'm trying to explain her to the fans and people who don't know. Like Blanca's a dirty man from the jungle
okay. Whoa.
of Brazil.
Wow.
He is.
Wow,
Ellie's
he's not
kind of
dirty. They're both rugged. They are rugged.
okay, rugged.
Well,
Dirty. They
dirt really isn't an issue for me.
Yeah.
so.
See, I'm just trying to let her know. And this next one is the world's greatest bounty hunter, Samus. Samus
Oh.
from Metroid. With or
Also-
without the suit. I guess either one. Kind of.
Either or, yeah.
Yeah. Zero suit
I mean, she's gonna have
Samus.
to take off the suit anyway. To,
Hell
you
yeah,
know.
she is, Calvin. High five, buddy.
No.
So she's awesome. She's
Also, like kind of apocalyptic a little bit too.
futuristic.
Yeah.
Future apocalypse because
She fights aliens. She's a good girl. She's a hero.
yes, she is.
She got a skin, or she got the cool spacesuit, or the skin tight blue zero suit. They
Yes.
call it.
Oh.
She also rolls into a ball as well. If you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, we got two ball rollers right here.
Oh, so well.
And Ellie hates balls,
Yes.
technically.
Does she?
Well, she's a lesbian.
Oh.
So I assume she does. Not her cup of tea.
That's good.
So, Sherilyn, you want to go first? Blanca, Ellie, or Samus? Wed, bed,
All
dead.
right. Well,
Interesting bunch here we got.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's fascinating.
I think.
The fill-in was Aaron Black from Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
if
that
we
would've
didn't,
been
if we
interesting.
didn't
Okay.
choose Ellie. But,
We'll save Aaron for like next time.
yeah.
I think I know.
Interesting.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dead Samus.
Oh,
Wow.
Here's the thing: I don't have a lot of room for heroes in my life. Ideologies, fighting for justice. I just need someone who can give me like the basics.
Okay, she might
You
be too
know,
much.
she's got a mission,
Yeah.
and that's just too much for me. I have a simple life. I had a simple life.
Yeah.
I now have an even simpler life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's used to
Um,
spaceships and lasers.
Yes,
That's not
all
you.
that,
Yeah,
and
that's a lot.
lately I've been encountering a lot of people in armor, and it is not pleasant. So,
It's a great reason.
I sure would. I think I'm just not. It's not for me. Now I think I'm gonna wed. Who is our green gentleman?
Oh, Blanca.
Yes, Blanca and I think share a lot. He seems to be positive.
Mhm.
I
is.
like body hair because to me, in the world where nobody has any body hair, that reads health.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Nice. Nice.
And so I think, and also just the idea that he's traveled the world and we could maybe get away together.
That'd be nice.
He's big. He can carry Charlotte if
Oh,
needed.
she's coming too?
It could be a good relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's family.
Sure, maybe.
Maybe.
Right.
And then I think I'd have to bed Ellie.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And here's why. I don't know if you all in your life have ever had a really like tragic, broken person come into your life for one night.
Oh, yeah.
And just give you that kind of love that is unforgettable because it's so broken,
Yeah.
Calvin
but
is,
so good.
I texted the trucker once. I know.
Calvin,
Okay.
is that person. Yeah, that trucker's telling the same story, Calvin.
you know,
I did a comedian once in Brooklyn.
Man, I live in a flatbed. And ooh, this guy.
yeah, and there's a certain self-hatred joy that comes
Oh,
out of that kind
wow.
of night.
I
And
might have
so,
changed my mind here.
Mm.
that's how I feel.
Okay.
I like that.
Very cool.
I'll go next.
Mr. Escato. What would you like?
Si, senor. So, I would, okay. Ooh, this is, I know who I would dead. And unfortunately, I would have to dead Ellie.
Ooh.
And here's the thing. She's very lovely. She seems very, very nice. But she's been through a lot. Like, just a lot of trauma. I mean, between that and, like, losing her father figure, spoiler alert, you know. It's just,
You finally finished it?
I did
Most
not.
of
I read
us?
ahead. I couldn't. I'm too scared. I'm getting there.
Terrible.
It's a scary game.
It's the best game ever made.
It's good. I like it. I just my
All right.
agita. My agita. Oh, hey, Gavalt. Anyway, so what happened? I'm sorry.
Jewish and Spanish.
Spanish Jews were a thing.
I'm sure.
Inquisitioned.
Yeah, sure.
That's not the point. The point is, Ellie. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I think Ellie would have to go. It's a lot of baggage, and like I have baggage. We can't both be bringing baggage to the table.
All right.
Yeah.
It's just a
Mhm.
lot.
After all her
I
surviving,
understand.
you're the one that kills her.
I know.
You should feel terrible.
I feel really bad.
No, don't. People die.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. You know.
Yeah.
Feel just
It
right there.
happens.
Yeah, and she's
And
already.
they might have something on them that you can get.
That's so true.
You know?
Could
Maybe
use
a medallion or
crossbow.
something.
Don't kill people for a machete, though. I got you.
Got plenty, tons of them.
Definitely will not do that anymore. But I will kill for at least 2 shifts, which I'm sure. she has on.
Sure. Oh,
so
yeah.
great.
Or nice
So-
t-shirt.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, it's a little rugged, but you know, I can wash it in the stream. It's not
Mhm.
poisoned.
Mhm.
So yeah, so she's gonna go. I would definitely bed Blanca. I think it'd be a fun wild night in the sack. You know,
Mhm.
I like a little beast noise in the bedroom, so that'd be nice. You know, they're cute. And electricity could do some things. I'm not really sure why,
True.
but you know.
Mm.
Well, I think you fucked Raiden last week.
Oh yeah. But Blanca's more of like a ball. It's hard to like fucking electric ball. That's not safe.
Good, fair point.
I'm just saying.
All right.
And I would wed Samus because she's a spacefarer. You know, I've always wanted to like see space. Like this is kind of a joke, but not a joke. But I mean, this is a thing as a kid. Like I actually did want to be an astronaut when I was really young, like a lot of kids. Because space looks beautiful. And then I remember reading The Magic School Bus, and they made space sound so cool. I wanted to go. So like, it'd be really cool. We can like go to space together and like maybe kill an alien or two. But that's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
That's part of my bit where I can't go to space because I'm too tall for a space shuttles. You got to be like 5'10" or under to go to space.
oh really? You have to be that short?
Yeah,
Have you thought about delimbing yourself?
that's a great idea. To go to space, it might be worth it.
Yeah.
When all you guys start going to Mars, I'm stuck here. I think so I can't go. A lot to think about.
Mhm.
I think Sherilyn actually like swayed me a little bit. I think I may bed Ellie here
Really?
for a similar reason. She has, there's not much options. I think in her so she may just be a wild night.
It's one of those things where they look you in the eye the whole time.
Oh wait, I don't know if I want that. I might be. So she's
Brian, you don't like looking in the eye during sex?
I guess sometimes
It's good if you're crying too.
Ellie might be. So I think I might be. So yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Why not? One night with Ellie. Clearly, I'm going to wed Samus because same thing. Going to space, being a
Why are you so homophobic
dude.
and jungle phobic?
Oh,
I
are you
have
from the vault?
I had no. I have screwed more men on this podcast than you.
I don't think that's true.
I
We're
think
gonna have
it's
to have
true.
Mike check that again.
Yeah. So, but again, she's a bounty. She's always in space. She's going on cool missions. I would like to accompany her.
Mm-hmm.
And check out that Zero suit every now and then. It'd
Mm-hmm.
be fun. And then, I'm gonna dead Blanca in this one because I don't know. It's just from these choices, that seems the right choice for
I
me.
think that's the
We all
wrong
had
one.
very different answers.
We did.
We did.
There's no room for him in my world.
Mm.
Sorry.
Fair.
That's the way it is.
That's why we'd say
It's
it.
terrible.
It'd be awful.
So, Sherilyn,
Seriously, thank you so much.
This has been amazing.
We'll wish you the best of luck. Also, here, you take this AK-47 with you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How many bullets you got?
Oh, only 12. But if you kill
Oh.
one of the vault people, you can probably just loot
Maybe
their-
get some of theirs.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
a good game plan. Thank
Why
you.
did you just have an
No, no,
AK
no.
of
That's
47
so
on you?
thoughtful.
It's the blackest thing you've ever done. Just whip out an AK out of nowhere. Ice Cube. Jeez.
Hey, it ain't nothing to fuck with. I know that's Wu-Tang, but we are
Yeah.
short on time. All
We
right.
are. Okay. So, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
I
you for
mean,
having me.
get
It
back
was
safe.
wonderful.
Yeah, get back to the 22nd century
I'll
safe and sound.
Do my best.
Yeah.
All right.
We look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Yes.
So hopefully. So-
Literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Everybody, thanks for listening so much on level 90 of Playable Characters Podcast.
Have
We'll
a good night.
talk to you
or
all
day or afternoon
next week.
or weekend. Today's playable character is played by Cait Moldenauer. Cait is the founder of More Banana Productions, a network of podcasts both produced by and hosted by women. Podcasts include Awkward Sex in the City and I'm Listening, a Frasier podcast. Please check them out at morebananaproductions.com.